loving each other brings an increase. Over the last few days, we've talked about how to thrive in this world we live in. We've talked about fearing the Lord brings an increase, and giving to the Lord brings an increase. But today, loving each other brings an increase. Look at 1 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 12. And the Lord make you to increase and abound in love one toward another, and toward all men, even as we do toward you, to the end that he may establish your hearts unblameable in holiness before God, even our Father at the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ with all his saints. That we'll increase in love one toward another. I got one of the greatest compliments I've ever received the other day from a family members of Lee Francis, and how blessed they were that we had come and visited with Lee in the hospital and in the nursing home. The love that we'd shown him. And that love made an impression on them. You see, if you just love others, it'll come back to you automatically. Love will automatically overflow. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 9 says this, But as touching brotherly love, ye need not that I write unto you, for ye yourselves are taught of God to love one another. And indeed do it toward all the brethren which are in Macedonia. But we beseech you, brethren, that ye increase more and more. We ought to love each other more and more every day. The love of God ought to just abound through us to others, from God to us to others, and then it'll come back. So cast your bread upon the waters, and they'll come back in not too many days. Real quickly, Ephesians chapter 4, verse 3 as we close the broadcast. Till we all come together in the unity of the faith and the knowledge of the Son of God, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature, the fulness of Christ. In other words, being like Jesus. That we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, carried about with every wind of doctrine, and by the sleight of men, and cunning craftiness, whereby we lie in wait to deceive. But speaking the truth in love, may grow up in all things, which is the head, even Christ. From the whole body fitly joined together, compacted, that which in every joint supplieth, according to the effectual working in the measure of every part, make increase of the body unto the edifying of itself in love. This I say, testify in the Lord, that you may henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind. The key thought here in this passage is speaking the truth in love. If we go out just telling the truth and sharing the truth of the Bible, some will like us, some won't. But eventually the truth stands for itself, and they'll appreciate the love we've shown them by sharing the truth. Go out and be a lover. Be in the fullness of Christ today. He was a compassionate lover of the brethren, and that's what we need to be today. May he be your strength for today and your hope for tomorrow.